Hear the voices of greatness on the World Wide Web. VG8 Radio, the voices of greatness.
2020 is the year of disruption. Just when we were all gearing for the new decade, 2020 disrupted our plans big time. We saw our lives and everything else come to a halt. Institutions that we thought were invincible all came crashing in just a few months or even weeks. The coronavirus, the unseen enemy, has invaded our lives, breaking down everything that we held onto, everything that was precious to us. The lives that we had carefully built over the years were torn to pieces in just a snap of a finger. Uncertainty filled the air, panic drove our anxiety, while hopelessness pervaded our hearts. We wondered, what does tomorrow hold for us? Our lives may have been disrupted, but we are still standing nonetheless. This pandemic may have brought us to our knees, but it has also made us stronger than we have ever been. And it is paving the way for our transformation, because 2020 is the year of new beginnings. It is the year where the slate has been wiped clean so we can all have a fresh start. It is time that we let go of the old so we can move forward with the new. This is the year where we allow ourselves to transform into the best version of ourselves. This is the year where we transcend our limitations and go beyond borders. It is the time when Voice Acting Academy transcends boundaries and goes global with the Certified Voice Artist Program. Because 2020 is the year of co-creation. It is the time where we acknowledge that we are not living as islands, but rather are part of a greater whole. This is the year where we have to accept the need to collaborate in order to move forward. The time is ripe to finally cultivate a safe space for both aspiring and experienced voice artists, where they can be nurtured and guided to live their fullest potentials. It is the year where we finally cultivate a new global community that promotes a culture of giving, loving, and sharing. Because 2020 is the year of becoming. It is the time that we recognize the greatness of our potentials and finally step up to our higher calling to become voice artists who use their God-given talents to inspire, influence, and empower. This is the year when the Voice Acting Academy becomes a global community of voice artists who will use their skills to make the world a better place, one voice at a time. Voice acting is the art of becoming. I become. I believe. I am. Learn voice artistry only from the best. Join the Certified Voice Artist program and learn the fundamental skills required of a voice artist. Voice variations, the VoiceMaster's formula for creating character voices, personal branding, and so much more. Study and collaborate with a global community of like-minded voice artists committed to using their voices to create positive social change. Visit www.certifiedvoiceartist.com for more information and to register.
Here at your Voice of Reason, we believe that everyone has a unique story to tell, and that these personal stories should be heard.
Together we will uplift and connect as we exchange thoughts, feelings, and opinions.
See the world in a different perspective and widen your awareness of the world around us.
Learn and be inspired by everyone's story and shared knowledge.
No destructive criticisms. Only honoring personal truths here at your Voice of Reason.
I'm Sheryl Arce Cardona.
I am Karen Deguilla.
I am Ruiz.
I am Joshua Rovelas.
I am Nicole Saison.
Together we are
your Voice of Reason. This show is brought to you by CreatiVoices Production,
CreativSounds Studios,
Voice from Home,
The Certified Voice Artist Program,
and the VoiceMaster channel.
only here at VG8 Radio.
Wow! Hi, Rian!
Hello, Ate
And
Karen.
hello,
Great,
mga
great day.
viewers! Great
Hello po,
day!
mga
Kumusta
viewers.
naman ang week natin today? So, ako medyo lately busy. Medyo nagiging hectic ang ating schedule. But so far, we're holding on. And how about you, Rian? Kumusta naman yung week mo?
Hindi naman po, continue lang po sa studies, pero hindi na po yung traditional studies kasi I'm self-studying astrology hanggang ngayon po. Ayan, yun lang talaga yung pinagkakaabalahan ko. Pati
Ayan talaga yung nakaka-inspire sa mga kabataan ngayon, no? Lalong-lalo na with
risk po.
internet.
True. Yun nga po.
Nakakatuwa kasi right now, even though medyo stress lahat, we find ways, di ba? We find ways to make our lives more meaningful. Na ang hirap kasi pag na-stuck ka na sa bahay, hindi mo na alam anong gagawin mo. So, we find ways to make our lives more meaningful. And ayan nga, last episode, we talked about mental health as a whole with our guests. And ayun na, sabi ng ating guest na meron tinatawag na self-help hobbies. And yung mga self-help hobbies na yan, yung tumutulong sa atin to relax and to feel peace. Di ba? And yun nga din yung excited, I think, for this week, no, Rian, or in this episode. And I think madami sa ating mga viewers excited na about this topic kasi it's really one of the proven ways to feel relaxed or to feel good, diba? About ourselves or to meditate on the things that are happening around us and to focus yung energy na positive yung ma-focus natin. So ayun, ang dami, no, Rian? What can you say? Ano ba yung excited ka din
sa
Rian,
previous
sa
episode po? For today, yes po. Kasi sa previous episode naman, my favorite part was yung sinabi ng guest natin na yung accountability daw. Mental health and healing is accountability. Kasi kung hindi mo siya i-heal or kung magsasakam ka lang dun sa negative patterns na yun, maapektuhan talaga yung tao sa paligid. Tapos parang, grabe yung insight ko na parang, wow! Ganun. So, ayun yung favorite part. And for today naman, syempre, interesting yung guest natin kasi I've been reading about their community before po and ayun nga, may tuturo siya sa ating way para to cope with our mental health. Ayan.
Yes. And mind you, ang mental health, minsan hindi mo alam na may problem ka na pala. Kasi hindi siya agad-agad nakikita or nagmamanifest, di ba? Yung problem natin sa mental health. And in this time of the year, talagang very helpful na magkaroon tayo ng ways to cope up sa stress. Kasi yung stress na yan, yung problems na yan, kapag hindi natin siya na-divert into other things, mas lalo tayong mafe-feel na yung stress na yan, maaapektuhan talaga yung ating mental health. So, that is why today, ang ating topic ay therapy on the go.
Therapy on the go. Ayan. So, ayun nga, gaya nga ng sabi ni Ate Karen, with the events brought by the global pandemic, halos lahat sa atin nakaka-experience ng mental health decline. And previously, bago pa man magkaroon ng pandemic, diba, parang nagiging topic na rin siya, pero yung global pandemic was a catalyst for a very wide, halos lahat talaga nakaka-experience ng fear and depressive days. And pero meron namang mga tao na naka-found na ng ways how to cope and makakasama din natin siya. Ayan.
Yes, that's right. At yung ang dami na nga nating comments. So, ayan, yung mga excited sa mga episode natin today. Hi, Ms. Karshi. Thank you for watching.
Hello, Ms. Karshi.
And Richard, great evening, Ivor. Thank you. Tito Mez. Wow, thank you, Tito Mez. Ito pa. Rian, do you wanna read? Yes.
Medyo malabo po.
Medyo malabo. Okay.
Lipat
So,
po tayo sa
watching
laptop.
here from Taguig. Yes, thank you, Tito Mez. This is Miss Pin Cabota. Good evening po. Good evening po, Miss Pia. Miss Pia.
Miss Pia.
And Nichols, our fellow host here
Nichols.
Hi, Nichols. And then ito, another one, fellow host, Joshua, watching live from Metro Manila.
Hi,
Hello,
Kuya.
Joshua. And then, Rian, oh, this is for you. Go,
Thank you,
Rian
Kuya.
Ruiz. Yes. And this is Jaja. Hello, Jaja. Thank you for watching. And good luck din sa show nyo. Later, meron din silang show. Ayan. Ito pa, si Ze Andamir or Miranda. Hello po. Thank you. Yes, let's relax in today's episode. Miss, yan, please. Diba? Very nice words from our guest. Good.
Naka-affirm
Very
and
positive, no? Very positive yung mga feedback. And I love it. I really love this episode. Excited na, I think, lahat ng mga nanonood. So, ayan. Hi, Ms.Carren.
Hello,
and
Ate
Ruiz.
Hello.
Thank you po. Ayan. Super happy for the support. Keep it coming. And ayan. So, this is from John Marie Castillo. Here, Hare Krishna. Good evening, everyone. Watching from Malate, Manila. Wow. Ayan. Woohoo! Hello, Lay, and happy
Hello,
birthday to
Miss
Leah. Birthday ng anak niya. And there's also one more birthday celebrant actually from our host. It is actually Joshua Ravena. So, happy birthday, Joshua.
Yung mami ko rin po
Happy
birthday niya ngayon. Happy birthday,
Yes, happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Nandun ka na ba?
Yay! Alright. Ayan, nice to see you, Ms.Carren and Ms.Rian. Yes. Nice to see you here too. And ito pa, nice to see you back again. Thank you so much, Miss Lay.
Thank you, Miss Lay.
Alright. Ang daming support ng ating mga viewers today. Thank you so much. And madami pa po kayong aabangan in today's topic. So, before we start, we would like to again promote our recent board. So, ano ba yung recent board na yan? Ang recent board is something like a weekly assignment. So, it is one of a way for you to share your friends that you remember them by tagging them in a post. So, kahit na maalala mo lang sila, like, ay, ang ganda naman ng picture na to. So, you post that picture and then you share it to them and then you tag them and then you use the hashtag reasonboard and you will be featured in our show. Just like these people over here. So, ayan, you will be featured in our show and maybe you can like greet if by greetings pampahabol yan, we can also greet them with the reason board. So, ayan po. That is our reason board. So, guys, I know excited na kayo na malaman kung sino ang ating guest. Or, hindi naman sa malaman, baka alam nyo na nga makita ang ating guest today. So, without further ado, Rian.
Okay. So, itong sasabihin ko po, galing to sa holy book from the community ng ating guest. Okay. Sabi dito, for him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. Bhagavad Gita, as it is, 6.6. Yun yung... So, this world is full of dualities. Happiness and distress come hand in hand. Now, the world is in great distress because of the pandemic. The virus is one thing, but one subtle enemy is the problems people are facing with their mental health. He is a monk in Braha Eco Village, Laguna, Philippines. His base is in a Hare Krishna ISKCON temple. He is living his life in the service to the instructions of his spiritual teacher, Giridhari Swami. That is to connect to youth and make the ancient teachings of meditation and yoga philosophy accessible to people in this country.
Ayan. And more background for our guest for today. He is a nurse, an entrepreneur, and an artist that helps connect to youth personally. Pre-COVID, physical travel was his main means in reaching out, but since the lockdown started, his classes shifted to online platforms. Mental health is important, but few people see the urgency in addressing this. It is just covered with distractions and not usually addressed. As a Hare Krishna monk, Radhacaran Dasa helps the youth face these challenges by power of mantra meditation and the knowledge of yoga philosophy. So let us all welcome our dear guest, Prabhu Radhacaran Dasa. Hello
Hello,
po!
good
Hello
evening. Good
po.
evening,
Great evening
Karen,
po.
Rian.
Great. Yes, we're
Thank you
so
for
happy
having
to
me
have
here.
you here. Yes. How are you so far?
I'm doing great and good evening din sa ating mga viewers here in the stream and sa Facebook Live. Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. May gusto po ba kayong i-greet bago mag-start tayo?
I would like to greet you, Karen and Rian. Thank you for having me. I'm honored and humbled being in
Thank you
this
so much din
call.
po.
Yeah. Salamat for the
Yes.
opportunity.
So,
Thank you
ayan.
rin po sa
Besides,
pag-accept ng invite.
yes, tama po. Very honored to have you here. Besides po pala dun sa introduction na nabasa po namin kanina, can you tell us more about your community and about yourself?
Well, I'm a full-time monk, means I'm living inside a temple. That is my base, but half of the time or more than siguro mga 60-70% I'm traveling outside. May mga monks kasi living inside the caves or the temple lang. But us are the happy monks. We travel around, meet people, make it accessible yung mga teachings. Um, we have also social media accounts for us to be accessible. And this community we have here in Braj Eco Village sa Laguna is established way back na. Tapos maraming mga monks nakatira dito. We have a farm, yoga retreats, mga restaurants, and people could have retreats. So I am just serving in reaching out and traveling and making friends, basically.
Wow, that's nice. Pasensya na po kayo, yung aking son is kumukuha ng biscuit sa labas. Pero wow, that's very nice. No? Ang community is, I think, no, ang saya ng ganon, you get to travel and in the same way, it is a spiritual path and you get to, paano ba, hindi ko ma-express, parang, kasi hindi, parang, for me, it's something na mahirap ko pang i-achieve. Yung ganon, yung to travel and to feel joy and spread joy through others, to others, no? Napakaganda. And, how about you, Rian? May gusto ko pa bang itanong kay Prabhu?
From sa sinabi lang po na ni Sir Prabhu na about sa traveling and reaching out to people and sharing about spirituality, ganun. I really like the idea po. And kasi po, ever since nung bata pa ako, parang mahilig din po ako mag-dive talaga sa iba't ibang teachings for religion, ganun. Tapos, I like learning from different perspectives talaga. So, ayun. Gusto ko rin po yung nakikita talaga yung culture and really immerse myself and see the oneness again. Parang ganun po. Kasi, although iba-iba siya physically, parang makikita mo na, pare-pares pa rin kami ganun at the end of the day. Ganun. So, ang ganda po nung ginagawa talaga ni Sir Prabhu.
Yes, and actually this is something new for me, no? So very excited din kami na to deep dive into what you do. So ayan. Is there anything else pala that you want to add, Prabhu, before we go to the questions?
Well, traveling is one thing, but also I've learned a lot from traveling online because of this pandemic. This is the means of traveling, and there are times na I have to adjust how to use this online platform. I've quit social media a few times already for a few years. Then I found a teacher who instructed me, na tinuruan ako how to use this online platform to get the best benefit So yeah, there's good and bad in the internet world, but it's our choice para, oy, pwede palang gamitin in reaching out, helping others, or uplifting ourselves then. Nakakatuwa lang kasi now we're connecting dito sa internet.
Mm. Yun nga, ang ganda ng term na ano, no, it's our choice. So, ang dami kasi pwedeng gawin, di ba? But at the end of the day, it's your choice if you will choose to see something negative. Kung mag-focus ka ba sa negative, or are you going to focus on something positive or
Yes.
something that will help you? So, ayun nga, actually kami, na-experience din namin yung traveling through online, no, Rian, sa community namin ng mga voice artists. So, ayan, actually, ang voice artist or ang CVAP, before, it's a voice works na live din siyang ginagawa. Like, pumupunta pa kami na Manila to attend workshops about voice acting. But since the pandemic, nag-evolve na siya. And actually, I think it is better na nga when it is online kasi yung possibilities endless na eh. Saka mas madami yung nare-reach out mo. So, mas madaming aspiring voice artist yung nanarating. So, I think ganun din, like for you. So, ngayon nga, in May 8, magkakaroon na naman ulit ng isa pang batch of voice artists. So, ayun. So sa mga aspiring voice artists, maybe you would like to join CVAP as well. And I think you also have other diba? Zoom platform, in Zoom you do something else in Zoom as well with reaching out to people. So, yeah.
Yes. We have podcasts, morning classes, meditation, Zoom, Facebook Live. So like, na-transfer lahat sa Zoom calls ngayon and Facebook Live. I'm happy kasi sabi nga ni Karen, I'm reaching out to people na hindi ko pa napuntahan yung mga ibang island sa Philippines. Or I could have classes na sabay-sabay from different places and different countries. Parang, may something good but with what's happening.
That's right. So, ayun na nga. Hindi na namin papalampasin pa. We're excited to ask questions, right, Rian?
Yes po. So, ayun na nga. Let's proceed na. And sobrang excited na po kami. And thank you po again sa pag-accept ng invitation. So, okay. As a monk po, how do you view the global events that are occurring right now? Meron po bang spiritual change na nangyayari? Or very lang siya? Parang something lang na, papahirapan lang tayo, ganun.
Yun, nice question. Kasi I often get this inquiry. Ano daw yung point of view ng mga monks with what's happening, this pandemic, a global pandemic, yung mga sunod-sunod siya actually, not just the pandemic, not just the virus. You have the discrimination, you have the previously may forest fire, may volcano eruption. Parang ang dami. Bakit daw ganun? Bakit parang nakasiksik in the 2020 year or kasama yung 2021? And I try to also introspect and read in the scriptures what is happening. And it was described there na it is part ng material world natin. So, it is full of dualities, happiness and distress. So, umiikot siya from sometimes we will be in distress and it will be finished in a while. We will be in happiness. Just like minsan summer, mas minsan tag-ulan. Or minsan umaga, minsan gabi. So, it's part of this material world. And sobrang, actually, of course, first time natin lahat maka-experience ng pandemic. Last pandemic happened 100 years ago. So, parang shocking pa rin siya sa akin. At the same time, I'm so, I felt sobrang pain and down then kahit pa paano. Even us, monk, nakikita namin yung mga news. People are suffering. Tapos, hindi nila alam kung anong gagawin. Everyone was shaken. Career, syempre na-shaken. Yung belief system nila, na-shaken. Then, yung health, na-shaken din. Tapos, yung mga goals sa buhay, nagbago in one click. some of the businesses, some of yung mga works na wala. And unang-una ko naging worry is yung mental health ng mga tao. Because of this, what's happening, parang sunod-sunod, everyone is already like vulnerable, para mababasag sila na kagad na glass. Parang onting ano lang mangyayari or punong-puno na, um, malapit ng sumabog or pumutok. And yeah, we didn't expect kung gaano kabilis yung mga pangyayari. And yeah, closest friends natin, we've seen affected by the virus or some have problems sa mental health, hindi nila na-address. And awakening yon sa mga tao, and especially for me na I saw yung even mga sikat na tao, mga famous or rich person experience this mental health. Kumbaga walang pinipili pala. I see this as a challenge din sa humanity, how we would perceive yung mga ganitong events. Madami ako nakilala and naging part ng mga classes namin na they are searching for more meaning. They're searching for more answers. At the same time, they're searching for deeper relationship sa sarili nila and to the sa paligid and to the Supreme. Parang yung mga belief system namin dati na wala na, hindi na kami entertained. Ano na ngayon? So yeah, nagustuhan ko yung mga tao are questioning now yung purpose ng buhay, purpose na nangyayari. And parang it's a wake-up call. In two way, it's a wake-up call sa maraming tao. Another way is we need to help each other because lahat damay-damay dito.
Tama. Helping each other, no? I think totoo yan, no? Ako din, kasi at the same time, at bigla ang dami na nating time sa sarili natin. So, I think hindi malabo na talagang hahanapin natin yung searching a deeper meaning in ourselves. Kasi what used to be na normal lang, biglang nawala. So, ang daming nawalan ng trabaho, ang daming mga sa eskwelahan, yung mga dati after class, ang dami na nilang ginagawa after school with their friends. Tapos ngayon, yung eskwela na lang nasa bahay pa. And then, ang daming nagtatrabaho. Tapos, ang trabaho nasa bahay din. So, ang daming time at the same time, yung time na yon na challenge tayo sa sarili natin kasi yung dati akala natin ang dami nating nagagawa pag pala ganitong pandemic, parang ibang-iba na. So, ayun na yung naninibago na tayo sa sarili natin. Like ako, pag ako gumigising ako, parang feeling ko, ano na mangyayari? Or parang iba na yung feeling kapag gumigising ka, unlike sa before nung normal pa. So, ang galing in a way kasi we are able to think deeper. We are able to have something na mas worth it sa life natin na hinahanap natin. So, for you po ba, before, have you ever been a monk pa from the beginning? Monk na po ba kayo? Or how did you get into the path of being a monk?
Yan, magandang question yan kasi I got that a lot. Wala pong school or course para maging monk. Pero I feel so fortunate because when I was younger, I was into different things. I grew up as a normal kid in the South. Though I have a lot of friends at school. Pero I have a lot of questions. Maybe parang ayun yung natandaan ko sa buhay ko. I have a lot of questions. Kasi I have a lot of friends in different social orders sa mga tao. So, ang daming tanong. And I was into music. I was into arts. Into subcultures. Tapos, I think 13 or 12 years old. I shifted my diet already. Nag-vegan na ako noon. Hindi pa uso noon. Ngayon kasi uso na yung mga ganitong diet.
Yes.
Mga plant-based. Then, what happened was, I was too young. Yeah, mahirap kasi I was too young. Gutom ako kasi hindi ako marunong magluto. But I was really determined with the help of my friends. Then I was looking for, a place kung saan talaga ako makakatikim nung nakikita ko lang sa mga magazine ng vegetarian food. And one friend of mine invited me to a vegetarian event. little did I know, mga monks pala yung mga yon.
Wow.
So at an early age, 13 years old, nakalala ko na yung mga monks. They're also cool. They love music. Yung iba sa kanila, may mga band sila dati. Mga artist din sila. So as a young kid, parang, oh, ang cool na ito ah. They're into spirituality, they're into meditation, yoga, and this diet. Tapos, cool sila. So, hindi kagad ako naging monk noon. I was too young, yeah, back then. Pero naging friends ko sila. So, they were my mentors, mga guide ko habang nag-aaral. Then, lagi ako napunta lang sa temple noon. Lagi ko silang kinakausap. So, I was so fortunate to have this kuya figures. Then, mga monks pa sila. So, they could understand my situation sa buhay. When I did school, I did business and arts. Lagi ko sila nakakasama and one call away lang sila. Or they will visit me, I will visit them. Then, come a time nung nag-business ako in arts, it was successful in a way, pero I wasn't really feeling so satisfied deep inside myself. So, ito na yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. They advised me to travel. I love traveling, pero pangarap ko lang yung India. They advised me to travel sa India. So, when I traveled sa India, I was surprised. Nabombarded ako ng mga arts, ng beauty, ng culture, ng food, ng relationship sa mga friends, and sobrang new, out of this world for me. At the same time, yung mga tanong ko sa buhay, mas lalong lumalim. At yung mga answers, I found it there. Pagbili ko ng Pilipinas, iba na. Iba na yung plano ko sa buhay. I slowly transitioned para maging monk. Mm-mm. So yeah, I've been a monk for I lost count already. More than 5-6 years. But I've been practicing this culture since when I was 13, 14 years old. More than almost 20 years.
Wow, ang galing. Ang haba na pala ng time ninyo. Kung sa mga nakikinig dyan kanina, alam nyo na yata yung age ni Prabhu. Wow. Oo nga,
Hinulaan pa nila.
Oo, kasi kanina you were 12 and then joke lang. Anyway, ang galing kasi for you po ba as a monk, nakatulong po ba 'yon in this time of pandemic? Yung mga practices po.
Oh naman, actually I was affected even kasi even as a monk, used to traveling nga, that's my service. Used to talking to people, connecting to people. I felt so ecstatic and blissful doing that. Pero, nung nag-pandemic, yung flight ko papuntang India, yung mga travel ko, lahat yun nawala. Yung, alam mo yun, I'm so bibo moving around. Tapos, ikukulong ako in a place na, teka lang, bawal na lumabas. Bawal mag-travel. So, I was in anxiety as well. Tapos nag-worry ako sa mga friends ko kasi dito kami sa forest, pero naisip ko yung mga friends ko, yung mga students ko sa Manila, they cannot go out. Hindi naman lahat meron silang palasyo doon. Yung iba doon merong just really small place and yung work nila is just they have to work for them to survive. So nag-worry ako ng todo doon. Those are my anxieties for yung mga closest friends ko and of course in humanity. What I did is just by the instruction ng aking spiritual teacher, spiritual master, he said, okay, reach out to them in different ways. So yeah, binuhay ko ulit yung mga social media account ko. So I got active ulit. Tapos I started to give class. Pero actually, dito sa community namin, there's a lot of monks. I'm still going to different places. I'm still moving around, pero not that much. So pag nandito ako, I'm always quarantined. Wow. So to keep the society, the farm, COVID-free. So kasi ako yung labas ng labas, they are just here. So lalabas ako, when I'm here, nandito lang ako sa a place na quarantined ako. So, in a way, I could go out at the same time I'm quarantined, half-half.
Wow.
So, I'm happy kasi I'm reaching out to people kahit paano. I've learned kahit ayun nga yung use of the internet. Ang dami ko natutunan. Actually, that's one positive thing na gusto ko dito, giving us time to learn a lot of things. Like I didn't know about audio setup before, this mic, this, just because of those classes. Oh nga no, kailangan ko magtingin sa YouTube, paano ba 'tong mga to, how to use them, how to use even Zoom. So hindi
Yes.
ako techie kasi.
Ang dami nga po talaga nag-adjust dito sa panahon na to. But it's something good, no? Kasi eventually, in the future, we will all have to adjust. And lahat napilitan, I guess, to adjust right now.
No
But
choice.
it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. We're moving forward. We're moving forward.
Mhm.
At saka, ayun nga, di ba? Like you said kanina, mas madami tayong nare-reach out. So, ayun. And
Yes.
talking about reaching out, di ba? Kasi we want to spread mental health awareness and we want to have positive or healthy minds. So, what are the best practices in taking care of mental health, especially due to this pandemic or mental health factors?
Well, I will not go far and go discuss yung mga topic na sobrang foreign. It is just very basic. Even us monks, we are taking care of this body. This is our vehicle. This is our machine or tool to do our services. We do actually exercise. Believe it or not. Hindi lang, we do yoga.
Wow.
Me personally, I do different kind of exercises. Yeah, I do my kettlebells. I do run. Hindi ako makapag-swimming ngayon kasi bawal. So that's one
Wow,
thing.
that's great.
I've learned that from other monks. Then, make your body fit, physically fit. When your body moves, your mind grooves. Sabi nga nila. So, it makes your mind much more, in science, nag-release ng mga happy hormones. Mas nare-relax yung mind natin. And habang wala kasing ginagawa yung katawan and yung mind natin, tawag nga nila, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. Doon siya trouble habang pinapabayaan mo yung mind mo uncontrolled or walang ginagawa. So that's one thing. The second thing is we do meditation. It helps the mind to be calmer and find peace. And personally, isa na nagustuhan ko sa pandemic is last time ako to travel pero I could still connect to people. So hindi ako nata-traffic. Hindi ako nag-drive na mahaba. So yung time na yon, ginugol ko into reading. So since pandemic, I've read a lot of books because of that. And I kind of enjoy it kasi solo ko, kumbaga, alam mo yun, ready ako magpuyat for the study ng mga books, the scriptures, yung history ng ating humanity, even the meditation books. So these three, the physical fitness, the mental health, and the spiritual strength, it comes hand in hand. Parang formula siya eh. And that's I believe, the best practice para to take care of the our hard-headed mental illnesses.
Wow. Paulit-ulit, physical fitness, mental health,
and spiritual strength.
Yes. Ang galing. Totoo po yan, no? Parang kasi hindi pwedeng physical lang eh. Kasi kaya nga tayo nag-exercise minsan, di ba? Like, for example, ako, pag nasa-stress ako, sometimes I exercise. Sometimes I sing. Pero yung mga kinakanta ko, yung mga sumisigaw. Pero I think iba-iba yung ways, no? So, iba-iba. Pero totoo yan na ang dami nating pwedeng gawin. Pero all in all, they come together. Super ganda. At saka sabi nyo kanina, di ba, you exercise na akala namin pag mo yoga lang ginagawa or nagme-meditate lang. Kaya pala yung mga monk, no, ang wala kang makikitang matabang monk. Wala makikitang matabang monk, and kaya pala super toned pa rin yung mga body niyo. Lahat ba kayo ganun
Ako po si Kuya
mag-exercise
Prabhu
o
pa lang yung nakikita
iba-iba?
kong monk.
Talaga?
Meron naman mga chubby
Eh,
na
hindi
mga
ko po
monk.
alam eh.
Oo. May mga chubby naman na monk. Tapos ito yung mga behind the scene nun kasi of course in our community, hindi lahat ng tao, especially yung mga babae, hindi basta-basta pwede sa pumunta sa ashram ng mga lalaki na monk because they're practicing celibacy, they're practicing meditation, or they have a vow na maging single forever. Pero madami nangyayari doon. Nag-aasaran kami, sometimes nag-wrestling yung mga monk. Tapos nagkukulitan. Yeah, may behind the scene na masaya, may camaraderie. Tapos of course, when we go to the battle, ang battlefield namin is going out, meeting people, trying to search yung mga tatawag naming ripe souls, those who are have a lot of inquiries that they want answers. Or sometimes yung mga needed help, mental health, or they're feeling lost. We're trying to make ourselves available. And yung pinag-usapan natin travel a while ago, it is not very luxurious travel. A lot of austerities was there. We don't travel in first class or business class. So maraming austerities. Na-experience ko nag-travel 3-4 days sa mga train. So ang daming adventure. So ako naman, parang I like adventure. So ang ganda lang. And going back dun sa pandemic, natutuwa ako those people who are finding their creativity. They go into arts. May mga friends nga rin na naging voice artist. Oh, may voice artist ka pala.
Yeah.
Tapos they made films. Ang dami, nakakatuwa. Mga creative lumabas. And I'm happy kasi instead of just being entertained or just naliligaw lang yung mind nila, they're focused, their meditation on something, nagpupunta rin dun yung mind nila. And I think that helps people to become sane during these crazy times. Ang usapan nga namin with friends wag ka masyado manood ng balita, mabaliw ka. I've heard that a lot. Parang, nga, no? If you watch
I do that too. I don't really watch a lot. Oo, kasi mas stress ka lang eh. Okay lang sana kung yung balita, like, madaming good things kang mababasa. Pero right now, it's still important, no? It's still important to watch or to be aware. Pero don't allot most of your time searching about what's happening kasi hindi nawawala. Hindi nawawala. Even before, hindi naman nawawala yung mga bad things. Mas na-heighten lang, I guess, today. And, ayun nga, we just need to divert our attention into something more
parang
productive.
diet.
Oo nga.
Parang diet yan eh. Di ba? Pag kumakain ka, kailangan alam mo kung ano yung quota mo, hanggang anong amount ka. Even these things, we have to be aware yung mga current events, pero you don't have to take it all. Diba? It will tax in the mind, nakatambay siya dyan, and, anxiety will creep in. Pag medyo nasa low point tayo, tapos, it's losing hope. What I can say is, one way to address this mental health, this what's happening, is you should surround yourself with happy people. Not just like toxic positivity, pero yung mga tao na could help us uplift, they could acknowledge us, we could be also a true friend to them. Having this support group, this is a big help.
That's
Ganun
right.
Po,
Totoo
yung sinabi niyo rin po kanina na maraming nag-usbong na creatives. Parang ang dami po kasi na bumalik sa kung ano talaga yung gusto nila ever since yung bata po. Parang what set their soul on fire. Ganun. And then, if you find that, pag naka-intune ka na dun ulit, parang hindi naman totally mawawala yung negative pero you know that there's something na you can bring and you can share, di ba? So, meron ka na ulit reason para ma-overcome yung anxieties and mental health issues niya.
Yeah, kayo ba, Rian and Carren, ano yung mga newly unlock skills nyo ngayong pandemic?
Actually, this one right now, itong hosting. Yeah.
Hosting din po.
Yes, and voice acting. I started pursuing voice acting even before pandemic. Pero mas na-motivate ako actually right now after the pandemic kasi ang daming nagpapa-webinars, ang daming nagpapa-training, and so far itong voice acting seminars talaga because yun nga we go back to our passion, di ba? It is one way for me to focus on something and ang tawag dito, to hone yung mga skills na meron na talaga tayo, di ba? And create something new. So, ayun, I have my own brand, I have my podcast, and ang gusto ko pa is we formed a community where we help each other. So, sometimes I also help them helping them how to write effectively or how to create some templates using Canva. So, very helpful. I think people right now learned how to help each other. So I think that is one of the beautiful things that happened in this season or era right now.
Parang naalala ko na po yung sinabi ni Sir Prabhu kanina na parang natuto tayo. Tapos sinabi mo rin pa, Ate Karen, na natuto tayo na mag-help ng parang kasi kino-consider mo talaga kung ano yung nararamdaman ng other person. Because nagkaroon ng mutual understanding which is wala sa atin before. Di ba po? Parang most of us po very survival yung and self lang talaga. Self-preservation. Pero ngayon, parang nagkaroon ng mutual na ito nakaranas to ng pandemic. Parang gano'n. Parang more on shared na and meron ng mutual understanding and more deeper connection.
Yes. Kaya,
nakakatuwa yun. Ganda.
Oo, yung sinabi kanina ni Prabhu na yung finding the right people to be with you. Kasi minsan, may mga people na even though you want to share, medyo dahil na, I think they've already been bound to negativity is parang nagiging toxic para sa kanila or hindi na nakaka-help. Alam mo yon, yung parang na-focus na sila sa sarili nilang problem. Kaya medyo yung finding the community to help you be happy together, and that will help you be steadfast and overcome yung mga things na nangyayari sa atin. I think that's also one of the things na thankful din ako kasi we now belong in communities right this pandemic. So right now I think Prabhu has a community na talagang very interested sa Hare Krishna, and kami naman as voice artists, we found a community na nag-help with each other to improve our voice artistry. So, ayan.
Ganda na. Oy, papakinggan ko yung podcast mo, Karen. Sabi mo may podcast ka.
Yeah, nasa Spotify.
Sige, i-follow ko yan.
Pero mas maganda pa rin yung boses ni Prabhu. Hindi kami makaget over ni Rian because ang ganda talaga ng boses. Oh my gosh. Yan.
May healing effect. Baka default ng pa-Oscar.
Parang super close to God.
Yes. Napaka...
Oh, yeah.
Parang ang solemn, no?
Yung solemn pala is the term.
Yeah, turuan niyo ako kasi I don't know how to take care of my voice kasi more than 5 hours, 6 hours ako nagsasalita online classes. Minsan paggabi na, parang, teka, nawawala na. Nalakas ako na yung volume ng mic, wala na. May mga art in taking care of voice daw, di ba?
One of the ways na tinuro sa amin sa CVAP is, ayun nga, unang-una is, kapag sa morning, you gargle salt and water. So, it's also good in this pandemic because it's the one of the way to get the virus and the bacteria out. And yun din actually, kasi yung mga phlegms na napo-form sa throat natin, yun din actually ginagawa niya. So, yung salt and water, warm water, hindi naman super warm, tepid water lang. Hindi super warm kasi maano yung throat natin.
Yeah.
Saka ayun, yung proper modulation lang siguro na not to shout. And I think, kuhang-kuha mo yun, Prabhu. Yung proper modulation ng voice. Yes. Yeah, and
Salamat.
another thing
Yeah.
is, like, kapag you feel pagod na, yung throat mo, take time to rest. Because alam naman natin yan our body is our temple. We need to feel ourselves kung kumusta na ba, and wag natin abusuhin yung sarili natin. Ganun din sa boses natin. Kaya, I think ganun din yung nangyari sa mga teachers minsan na napo-force sila na magsalita na malakas. Ano yung 8 hours ata silang nagsasalita.
Oo.
And yeah, I think that's what happened, no? Kaya madami sa mga teachers medyo pag lumaki na medyo nahihirapan na sila nag-iiba na yung boses. Like, there's a distinct sound, di ba? Yung mga teachers natin, may distinct sound sila. So, ayun. And if you're interested, Sir Choi. Oo, Sir Choi also has a book, Voices Here. So, yan. One of the ways. Maybe you can search for that as well. So, yan.
Sige, a new thing to learn.
Yeah.
Gusto ko yan. Gusto ko yung sabi mo, diba, our body is our temple. Yes, totoo yun. Even, maganda na natutunan ko while traveling, you'll get to see the similarities in different cultures and practices. And you could see the common denominator. They treat this body as the temple. And taking care of it, not abusing it, and using it in different sobrang great benefit rather than growing old, like wasting the body. 50s, 60s pa lang mahina na and all. I have a lot of friends na 50 years old, 60 years old na sila, pero they have invested sa body nila. They still look young. Parang okay, parang fountain of youth yung ginagawa mo. But ang maganda doon, they are detached. They're not vain. They're just taking care of it para mas magawa nila yung the rest of the day ng mga activities nila or yung services nila, much more yung purpose nila sa buhay. Because they have this wonderful, healthy body. Now, yun yung parang pag-usapan natin ganito. The physical fitness.
Kaya nga, health is wealth nga. Tunay naman na health is wealth. And kaya nga, may mga iba, sobra-sobra na yung ginagawa nila and yun doon na nagkakaroon ng mas lalong nahihirapan yung family nila or situation nila kasi masyado nang na-abuse. So, imbis na nakatulong, yun, doon na pumapasok yung sakit dahil we all still need to find time to rest. And I think that's one of the things na we are forced to do in this pandemic, no? Yung magpahinga. That's right.
Tama. And it affects our mental health. It directly affects our mental health. Kapag yung body natin is, not moving or very lucid or lethargic lang, our mood and yung mind natin is very affected with that. Sobra.
Gan po.
Totoo
Kaya po,
yan.
ang ganda po nung yoga retreats, ganun. Kasi, parang, yung turo sa atin din kasi, parang, you need to work, overwork, ganun. Parang, hindi na-hype yung rest and contemplation. Diba po? I mean, sa mainstream po, diba? Parang, kailangan laging constantly working ka, ganun. Pero, ayun nga, na-emphasize na rin ngayon, yung,
yes, totoo yan.
Which is very important.
Tama
Saka,
yun. Yeah.
ako this is the first time I heard about yoga retreats. So talagang naku-curious ako kung pwede lang, no? Kung pwede lang tomorrow, let's go.
Yes, dapat nga mag-open na kami first week ng April. Nakakasan na. A lot of renovation happened already here in the village, the restaurant, the yoga halls. Pero yeah, the second wave came, so we have to hold it back again. Pero once, I will post that, invite ko rin kayo para you could experience yung mga yoga retreats natin. It's very refreshing. Para ka nag-restart ng laptop mo na ginagamit for ilang days. Di ba? Ang bagal na niya. And your retreats, para mo siya ni-refresh. The body, the mind, the soul is very like aligned. And parang may ibang level of clarity pala pag na-restart ko na maayos yung this vehicle, this body and mind. So yoga retreats is like that. It's a great restart, refresh.
Mga ilang days ba yung yoga retreat na yun?
Mga 1 year. Hindi, joke lang. may mga day retreat, tapos they have weekend retreat. Sometimes they have yung longer retreat naman, like they do detox. Some they do yung iba Wi-Fi detox kasi sobrang, alam mo yun, it brings a lot of stress din kasi nandun lahat sa internet a lot of overload information and stress and news and work, diba? They have to just step back a little bit and surrounded by nature with like yung mga monks, meditating monks, mga nag-yoga, and of course good food. That's a big factor sa mental health natin. If you have good food, so it will really affect. So like us, the monks, we are practicing plant-based diet. I've been in this diet for, say what, 18, 19 years. So yeah.
Wow.
Hindi totoo yung walang protein. Like sabi nga nila, yung kalabaw nga, damo lang kinakain, they're very strong.
Iba naman kasi yung make-up ng body nila. Pero plant-based, so it's not totally vegan. Ganun po ba yung
my diet is almost same as vegan, but I'm not just using the word or claiming that I'm vegan, because our diet is on much more on the spiritual side. So yeah. And it directly affects our, like, what they call in the yoga philosophy, different types of food. May food in the mode of goodness, food in the mode of ignorance, and food in the mode of passion. If you eat this kind of food in passion, you'll become passionate. If you eat or drink this food and drink in the mode of ignorance, you'll be like, intoxicated, feel lethargic. May mga food in the mode of goodness. When you eat it, you'll feel much more energized, feel much more, may consciousness, may difference in consciousness. So it directly affects.
With that po, parang the simple act rin po na dapat focused ka sa kinakain. Parang siguro may something din about them.
Yes,
parang really focused and really in the moment ka kapag kumakain. Kasi parang sinabi niyo po, di ba, na naapektahan niyo. Parang ganun. Parang sabi in a simple manner, di ba? Pwedeng ganun na lang muna.
Hindi lang siya physical.
Parang ganun.
Kasi
you have to be always cautious.
Ang ganda.
We have to be really cautious sa everything.
Prasadam diet. Tama ba? That's called.
Prasadam diet. Yes. This is plant
terminologies.
The yoga terminologies. We call it food yoga.
Another new word, guys. Food yoga. Wow. I'm so interested na. I'm so interested about those things. Lalo na yung sinabi meron about lethargy, about being passionate, about a different kind of food for everything. Nakakatuwa. Meron at the tip of the tongue parang you are what you eat. Tama ba yun?
Yes. Totoo yun.
Diba? Eating the kind.
And also, we have this practice kind of mood. Yan. And there's also this practice na intentional eating, sabi nga ni Rian. Intentional eating is not just ikaw yung kumakain, but the rest, kung sino yung nag-prepare ng food, sino nagluto, sino saan nanggaling. Just like, it's very, you could say, significantly different. Mapapansin mo kapag kumakain ka ng luto ng parents mo, ng mom mo, saka sa restaurant. Even very simple. Diba? Lagi natin hanapin yung lutong bahay. Because yung intention ng nagluluto is there. out of
Yes.
love and devotion nila ginagawa. Hindi para bayaran sila ng anak nila, pero they want their children to be nourished. So that's intentional food, eating. So much more. I would
Yeah.
suggest yung if you're a cook, mas maganda with nice intention while cooking yung ginagawa mo. It directly affects the
Yun ang nga
consciousness, the
sinasabi,
mind.
di ba?
It's a perfect a perfect example niyan yung
Yung
parang you surround yourself with right people. Pag di ba may taong galit, parang nararamdaman mo yung emotion niya. Or pag may taong masaya, or pag may naiiyak, tell me this, di ba pag may naiiyak, parang, naiiyak din ako. Nakakahawa yung consciousness. So food is is one of the vehicle in transferring consciousness. If you have the right people
Sabi
around
nga
you.
nila,
Yes.
oo, kapag daw, nagmamahal yung nagluluto, masarap ang pagkain. Sabi din nila, the way to the man's heart is with food. Di ba?
Yeah, true.
Yan from Prabhu yan True daw yan. Kailangan girls, matutunan kayo magluto. Ayan.
Yes.
Super nakakatuwa po ang dami nating napag-usapan. Super. And I think tuwang-tuwa din yung mga guests natin with a lot of the things na we learned from, especially yung bago yung meron palang yoga retreat, tapos meron palang yoga diet. O diba, ako first time ko lang din narinig yun. Nakakatuwa. And I think, mas madami pa tayong matututunan later, lalong-lalo na malapit na yung ating relax session later. So, yan. It was truly an engaging banter, Prabhu. So, stay with us for more inspiration and ideas here at can you give us the honor, Prabhu? Can you say the title of our show? All right. Take two
Your
tayo.
voice of reason.
Yay! Thank you. Commercial later on. It is Relax Tayo with Prabhu and a meditation segment. Later, guys! Alright.
See you in a few.
Yes, see you in 5 minutes. Kapag nakita mo na yung pangarap mo, may takot na baka hindi ito mangyari. Kaya mas ma-obsess ka na mag-aral, bigyan ng time. Importante talaga yun.
Isip ko pa rin na sobrang lucky tayo despite na sa situation natin at lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan sa buhay.
And when I apologize, I mean it. Yun talaga sasabihin ko na I apologize, ito yung ginawa ko, ito yung mali ko doon. And I will also express paano natin naayusin ito. So in relationships, it's important to know your why also. What's the essence of this relationship ba? Diba? Know your why.
Self-care hobbies that I'm talking about gives you a sort of reset. It gives you an emotional reset na parang, okay, I'll take a break from this.
Never have I ever lied to my parents kung saan ako. Parang lahat naman tayo.
Ikaw pa ba?
Nagbalik ako sa aking pamilya. Nasermonan man ng sobra, alam kong ako'y papakinggan din nila. Sinabi ko ang lahat ng mga nais ko.
Yun lang pala din ang kailangan ko, ang maging totoo at tapat sa sariling pamilya ko. Salamat at naunawaan nila. Alam mo kasi kailangan
Your voice of reason to see the future, inspired by nature, to be the reason. You choose believing, you are the reason, inspire and feel it. Your voice of reason, you choose believing, you are the reason, inspire and feel it. Your voice of reason, to see the future. Your voice of reason, inspired by nature. You are the reason. You choose believe it. You are the reason, inspire and feel it. Your voice of reason. You choose believe it. Your voice of reason, inspire and feel it. Your voice of reason. You choose believe it. You are the reason, inspire and feel it. Your voice of reason. You choose believe it. Your voice of reason, inspire and feel it. Your voice of reason. Your voice of reason.
Parang nakamute ka ate. Wala. Ayun. So, salahin natin si ate. So, ayun. How was your break, sir?
I'm doing great, doing great. Thank you very much. That during the break, I was recalling. Ang ganda ng topics natin kanina. We're getting into the wholesome and the holistic view ng mental health. Not just focusing on a certain topic, pero ano yung nag-a-affect, ano yung mga reason behind how
And
to this
then,
mental health.
parang,
And ano ba yung pwedeng ano rin yung pwedeng factors para maapektuhan.
yes, yes. Kasi po usually parang more on the psychological and clinical side lang po talaga yung napapag-usapan eh. Diba? Then, pero ngayon sa atin, di ba? Yun nga, sabi niyo po, holistic and going back sa root cause. And then, I know,
Yes.
marami po dyan sa audience natin na nagre-reflect na rin ngayon kung ano ba yung causes din ng kanila. Kung
Yes.
ano ba yung roots din ng anxieties and fears nila. Ayun. So,
Yeah, from my conversation to those having this experience, one thing is they're into this darkness because they don't know what's happening. And one thing that could shed light is of course understanding kung bakit nandun sa situation na yun. The knowledge, of course, and how to handle this, how to perceive things that's happening, then also how to take care of it. We're not really taught of this. I don't know yung mga next generation kung nabigyan ng emphasis dun sa mga school system. But I could remember, we are not, as far as I could remember, hindi namin inaral yon. Now how to really take care of your mental health. But now it is really essential. Diba? May nangyari nga sa Japan last year. There was a month na sobrang daming nag-commit tinake nila yung life nila For 1 month, mas maraming case ng ginawa yon than nag-pass away sa COVID. So it's a wake-up call in the whole world. Oo nga no, teka lang, hindi natin pinapansin 'tong mental health na 'to, ah. We were just focusing on different things pero may other enemy yung nangyayari. And as a monk and yung kaming mga tawag nila sa amin mental health frontliner. We are trying to be compassion and to relate to people. Oh yeah, we're trying to understand with open heart na bakit nangyayari. And sadly, ayun nga yung mga some of the reasons.
Sobrang naano po, parang ang ganda lang po talaga ng topic kasi parang it makes us reflect din po talaga na may
Yes.
something sa system, may mali na tinuturo, parang ganun. Or may kulang sa tinuturo. So, sana po pero I know and naniniwala po ako na in the coming years talagang mabibigyan na emphasis yung holistic healing. Yan, tulad po nung ginagawa niyo sa yogurt.
Yeah. What you are doing, this kind of platform, educating the audience, bakit may ganito, bakit nangyayari itong mga bagay na to, and you're addressing yung mga uncharted topics na hindi madalas pinag-uusapan. Of course, there are people now discussing this, pero not a lot in our language, not a lot in our youth. Mostly, hindi naman lahat ng tao could understand different languages kasi they're so aware in other countries. In the Philippines, there are few tertiary hospitals that are looking at these factors. Like, I think St. Luke's, meron na sila mga holistic way of healing. May yoga na sila doon. They will advise you also to do meditation. So, mas nakikita nila yung bigger healing. So, I think that's one topic regarding yung mental health. Aside from the root, kapag meron ka na, what will you do? Paano yung healing process natin? Ano yung gagawin natin? Yes, of course, medicines. Pwedeng nandun yung mga Western medicines or ano bang ibang mga remedy. So, yeah, ang lawak na topic and it is very important. It's very urgent but very I know in the Philippines, they don't take it seriously. Sinasabi nila, ano lang yan? Ang dami nilang reason.
Siglit
Diba?
lang yan.
They don't. Parang
Huwag
face mo lang yan.
isipin, ganun.
Or parang may sinasabi pa sila, ito, parang quarter life crisis mo lang yan. So parang nakakatawa sila. Parang, nga no, parang hindi nila na-experience kasi, or hindi nila naiintindihan. They don't want to. They're just trying to deny. In denial. Parang dito, if you consult a psychiatrist, you will be tag na meron ka agad craziness sa mind. Pero some needed help, counseling, how to move on into something, some trauma or past. We need someone. Minsan sa friends natin, di alam, we are not educated how to handle this. Diba? Yung ginagawa lang nila is they would have drinking session. Pero we all know na walang nangyayari talaga yun. Nakakalimutan lang nila for a night. Exactly. Tapos may headache ka lang kinabukasan. Diba, parang, ba't ko ba ginawa yun?
Nakuha.
So yeah, we need to be educated how to handle this. Kasi even di lang sa atin, we have to check out our friends. Di lahat nung nakaka-experience na ito is they have to post. Some of them are hiding behind the smiles, behind the laughter, di ba? And we have to check out yung mga friends natin, kamustahin sila, and how they really are, hindi yung hi, hello lang. Yeah, or minsan, may mga friends na nagtatag lang sila, ayun na yun. Pero behind na palang, magugulat ka na lang, it happened. Diba? Ayun may nangyari. I could remember when I was a kid, there's a song, very famous sa Philippines yun parang kay Edgar, Buloy. Diba? Nag-a-advise. Diba? Nag-a-advise siya palagi. Siya yung advisor dun sa mga friends nila, mga tropa nila. Pero they didn't know. He's also experiencing the same thing. Tapos he committed suicide. Walang nakaalam. Diba? So, yeah, as part of being a true friend, we have to know kung ano yung mga pinagdadaanan ng mga kaibigan natin. Diba? Even we don't know how to handle it, pero giving our ears to listen, that is actually form of love. Minsan kailangan ganun eh. Pagkausap mo yung friend mo, hindi naman talaga kailangan natin mag-advise. Dapat kasi ganito gawin mo. No, for just us listening, sobrang importante 'yon. So, yeah, alam mo yung
Then
Filipinos ang daming alam, ang daming advice. Sa internet ang daming, "Dapat ganito ginagawa."
Mm.
Yeah, alam mo ba yung song na 'yon?
Yes po. And then, diyan nga po sa sinabi niyo, hindi naman talaga nila kailangan ng advice. Presence is really powerful kasi
Yes.
yung basta yung nandiyan ka lang, gano'n, alam niyo lang na merong person na at least makakasama, gano'n. Parang there's an energy exchange pa rin po kasi with presence. Parang yung beyond words, gano'n.
Mhm.
You show up and sobrang ano naman, sarap na sa feeling if someone is in a bad shape or in a bad time.
Yeah, sa totoo 'yon. Kaya nga sobrang importante. Welcome back, Karen.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Yeah.
Na-miss
We're
ka
talking
namin.
yeah, oo. We're talking about, ayun nga, how to be a friend kapag yung mga kaibigan natin are experiencing, onting challenges mentally. And, yeah, sometimes nga daw, ayun nga sabi nga sa comment, sometimes we are not, able to consult mga psychiatrists kasi may judgment yung mga tao. But us, being a true friend, we should check on our friends. Kamusta sila? Kasi yun nga, minsan it's hiding sa smiles ng mga tao, sa mga laughter, but it's happening. Pag-usapan namin ni Rian, may song in the 90s, si Parokya ni Edgar, yung kantang Buloy. Di ba? Di ba? Siya yung
Buloy,
nag-a-advise.
naalala mo pa.
Yun.
Ah,
Tama, yun
ano
yun,
ba?
di ba?
Ganda yung kantang yun.
Di ba? Siya
Ganda
yung
yun.
life party ng tropa, tapos he's giving advice, pero he's facing something pala. Di ba? So parang, ayun nga, parang it's not just that mental health, ano yung factors, ano yung root cause, parang ano yung holistic way how to see it. And when you have it, how to heal. Ang daming way to learn. And learning and understanding this is the greatest recovery process. At the same time, greatest healing kapag naiintindihan natin how the mind works and how our characteristics and yung influence ng paligid natin will affect our mind. Ayun nga, parang sabi nga yung quote na binasa ni Rian kanina, if yung mind natin is uncontrolled, it will be our worst enemy.
Totoo yan.
Same. Mind mo rin naman yung magkasabi na depressed and may anxious ka. Diba? Kahit sabihin sa'yo ng nanay mo or ng loved one mo, wag mo na feel mo. Ito yung nararamdaman mo, balikan mo yung mga trauma mo. Diba? We don't want to, pero the mind is so uncontrolled. Diba? Siya yung magdadala sa'yo. Siguro pupuntahan niya lahat ng ex mo, lahat ng experience mo, lahat ng heartbreaks mo. Kahit ayaw mo, pupuntahan ng mind mo. If it is uncontrolled, it will be the worst enemy. But if it is controlled, it will be your best friend. One could be successful, one could be charming and very influential positively. Same, ang kasama niya yung mind niya. Tapos ang magic doon, andyan lang siya.
Kaya siguro ay ano yan, sige mauna ka Rian.
Parang kasi po 'di ba yung sinasabi na soul searching, ganun. Parang tapos kung saan nila hinahanap. 'Di ba? Yung soul mo andyan lang naman manahimik ka, mag-meditate ka. Andyan yung soul mo, wag mo siyang hanapin kung saan.
True.
Yes. Totoo yan.
Di ba pupunta ng Sagada, punta ng Baguio.
Pagbalik andyan pa rin yung
Oo. Kaya napakahalaga ng word na na holistic. Usong-uso ngayon actually yung holistic kahit saan meron ng holistic Pero ang hirap pa rin minsan na kung paano mo sisimulan kasi when you say holistic, hindi lang yan iisang part lang. Dapat kapag holistic, it will stay with you until the end. Kasi nga, andyan lang yan sa'yo eh. So yung mga temporary, yung tinatawag nila sa IT, mga scotch tape or duct tape remedy or kahit saan pa yan, hindi effective eh. So dapat talaga you put it into practice na parang diet nga din, no? Prabhu. Parang diet talaga yan because you don't just start it and then that's it. Kailangan continuous yung holistic changes na ginagawa natin for our lives.
And alam mo yung nakakatuwa doon? Yung pinakamahirap like sa diet, in relationship, in yung mga practice natin paano maging steady, even in talents na gusto natin i-develop. Ang pinakamahirap doon is to maintain. Try to look at this. Ang dali magsimula. Ang dali magsimula. Ang dali magkaroon ng relationship. Diba? Ngayon, nabalitaan ko, pwede ka lang mag-swipe right. Diba? Magkakaroon ka na ng relationship. Instant.
Totoo yan.
Pwede ka na umorder ng food. Pwede ka na, ang daming instant, diba? Diba? Pwede ka bumili ng sasakyan. Bibili mo lang siya. Third is mabilis sirain to destroy. Mabilis mo i-wreck yung sasakyan, ibangga mo siya, one moment, sira siya. Yung relationship, pwede ka maging kahit 15 minutes lang, could destroy all the relationship. Unfortunately, nangyayari siya, hindi lang sa mahirap, sa mayaman, or sa sikat, sa lahat. Diba? In our body, ganun din. The biggest na challenge is how to maintain. How to maintain a car. Diba? Mandun yung mga change oil, punta mo yung spark plugs. Yes. How to maintain a relationship. Diba? Or yung relationship, ang daming ano yun. Kailangan alam mo yung anniversary, alam mo yung favorite ng partner mo, alam mo yun. Alam mo kung paano yung mood niya kahit di siya magsalita. May maintenance. Our body is ganun din. Much more yung mind natin. May maintenance. We call it sa yoga practice, sadhana. The everyday practice.
Dami nating nalalearn yan.
Yeah.
Sadhana.
So like, you could search yung mga successful na tao, even materially successful na tao. In the morning, they have morning routines. Siyempre, morning nga eh. Mahirap pag hapon yung morning routines niya. They wake up early.
Yeah.
Tapos,
Sabi
they do meditation.
Your day, right?
Yes. They have the meditation, the exercise. Diba? So, may maintain mo yun. So, that's how we maintain our mind. Kasi if not, the mind is so... hi, Kay Morales. Yung mga student ko, lumalabas sila ngayon. The mind is so, makulit, turbulent. Diba? Masaya ka ngayon, tapos makita mo lang yung picture ng ex mo sa Facebook. Ang saya na niya. Tapos malungkot ka na uli. Kaya niya ka i-shift. So, that's the mind. Very, very tricky. Pero if one is maintaining it, like sabi niyo, yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, sabi ni Karen, the diet, the exercise, the circle of friends, it's a holistic thing, and you maintain it every day. Kahit pa paano bati kayo ng mind. No? Pero pansin mo sa diet, palagi mag-aaway yung mind saka ikaw. Diba? So, exercise pa ba? Or ano? Kakainin ka pa yung chocolate.
Yung kasing word na satisfaction, no? Yung hindi ka pa satisfied. Pero yun siguro, di ba? We need to really practice the word moderation. And kailangan malakas yung dedication natin to whatever we do. Kasi I think one word yan na very important na yung word na dedication, like whenever you start something, and I think other people, they call this grit kapag in terms of passion naman na whenever you start something, you always have to like continue to do it. Na when everyone else already dropped the ball, ikaw game ka pa rin. Kaya mo pa rin. So, nakakatuwa, no? Yung, nakuha ko lang din yun sa quote. Nandun din yun sa podcast ko. Di ba? Ang galing. So, mga future
pwede mo sa akin yung
episodes.
podcast mo.
Sige, you can go to my page at Voice Kitty. Ayan. Yes. So,
i-follow kita.
Diba? Nakapag-plug na. Diba? Nakakatuwa.
Alam niyo ba, meron kaming, yung mga monks, we wake up really early. Meron kaming morning routine.
Wow.
Sabi daw, pag naunahan mo yung araw sumikat, may 1 point ka na sa araw mo.
Ang galing naman.
So we wake up 4 o'clock. Then 4:30 we start our own may program na kami sa temple. And dire-diretso yun. Me personally, that's my routine. I have yung 4:30 o'clock, we call it Mangal Arti. It's a glorification and paying respect sa mga spiritual teachers as a form of gratitude and humility. So may mantras we're reciting. Then we will recite and we will chant yung mantra meditation namin. I usually chant in the morning 5-7. Kasama ko yung because we chant every day for more or less 2 hours. Then 7 o'clock, I'll be giving class. 8 o'clock, I'll be listening to class ng spiritual teacher ko, si Guru Maharaj, Girdhari Swami. Then 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock may class uli ako. So parang pagdating pa lang, kung gumising ka na sobrang aga, pagdating mo ng 10 o'clock, tapos nagpahinga ka na onte, pagdating ng 11 o'clock, parang second day mo na. Ang dami mo nagawa. And very fulfilled na. And ang challenge doon is not to do it once. To continue doing it years by years. Sabi nga ni Karen, kapag nag-drop na ng ball yung iba, ano yung gagawin mo? Paano ka magiging steadfast? And as monk, doon kami are being trained. You're feeling good, you're not feeling good. Or ito rin tinuturo namin sa ibang tao. Broken-hearted ka, or may pera ka or wala, or nanalo ka sa game, or you are lamenting, or minsan malungkot ka because someone passed away. In celebration saka in lamentation, ano yung gagawin mo? And if you have this morning routine of meditation, your life will be much more in the right direction. Kasi hindi ka magayanig ng mga nangyayari sa paligid. Dumating yung pandemic, dumating yung calamity, dumating yung happiness, dumating yung money or walang money, you're that steady. And ayun yung hinaharap ng tao eh. Peace of mind, kasama siya if one is really steady. There's an analogy sa Bhagavad Gita also. Just like the ocean. Hindi mo mabibilang kung gaano karaming rivers yung nagbabaksak sa kanya ng tons of water in an hour. Pero the ocean is still an ocean. Hindi siya agitated. There will be waves on top, pero very peaceful yung ocean. Parang, anin niya yung tons of water, pero siya yung nagko-compose ng buong earth. A great analogy kasi us, kahit anong dumating sa atin, happiness and distress, if one is really steady, hindi ka basta-basta mayayanig. Kasi, like what the first question was, maraming mangyayari sa mundo na unexpected. Ups and downs. I promise you, dadating siya. The question is, how will one handle this? So yeah, ayun yung ginagawa ng monks, and that's also worth sharing, the practice of meditation.
Ayun nga. Speaking of meditation, no, I think let's really proceed to our activity. And I think interested na din yung mga guests natin to join us together with our activity. So before we start, can you tell us something about this activity, Prabhu?
So yes, thank you, Karen. This is this is the process beyond relaxation. Pero this is a portion ng relax tayo. Pero it's beyond relaxation. It is what we call meditation. May different kinds of meditation. One could meditate on things. You could manifest it. One could meditate on money. You could work for it. You could attract it. The result is money, material things, and it is temporary. There are those who are meditating for nothingness or light. We call them the impersonalists. The result is nothingness because that's the meditation. Parang ayun yung reason, ayun yung meditation nila eh. So you'll feel empty. The problems will be gone, but you'll feel empty also, not satisfied. There is also what and that is our practice. It's the top dun sa yoga ladder, sa yoga philosophy. Bhakti yoga is personalists. We don't see the souls around us as something na intangible or mawawala after a lifetime. We see the identity. At the same time, we see yung connection sa sarili natin. We see the connection sa other souls other entities, and also we see yung connection natin to the Supreme. That is the practice ng yoga. Yoga means to link. And yung yoga meditation, and the yoga meditation is yung gagawin natin today. It is called the Maha Mantra.
Maha Mantra.
Di ba? Maha Mantra.
Nice.
Mantra means man is mind. And tra is to release yung mga unwanted baggages. So this is one, ang dami ko narinig. Yeah, ang dami ko narinig from our students. And yung mga some other nagka-practice na their mental health becomes so strong na hindi sila nayayanig when they are regularly meditating. Much more yung mantra meditation. So this mantra meditation is we're using chanting beads. So if you don't have, maybe could we try some a little bit, tapos even wala kayong chanting beads, you could still chant with me. So one is practicing Maha Mantra meditation in beads. This is the oldest practice of meditation. The monks in the temples, yung mga yogi sa mga Himalayas, sa caves doon, they're practicing years and years of this mantra meditation. And this is not material mantras lang. This is a spiritual mantra coming from sa mga oldest scriptures. Thus, you call it Vedas. If you could show, meron tayong Maha Mantra. I'll explain a little bit. So us, the monks, we use Japa Mala or chanting beads. This is called chanting beads or Japa Mala. That is the Sanskrit name.
Japa Mala.
Mala, yeah. So chanting beads. Japa is chanting. Mala is beads. So this is what you called the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. The greatest mantra. Maha is great. The great mantra for deliverance of the mind, to free our mind. And that is actually what people are looking for. The peace of mind, the bliss of heart, and the connection, the real connection of us to our real self and to the Supreme. And that is yoga, to connect. And this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is composed of 3 words. Hare Krishna and Rama. Hare is the energy of the Supreme. Krishna is the all-attractive one, the Supreme Personality. And Rama is the reserve of pleasure or imbakan ng pleasure. So one will feel satisfied and blissful while chanting because doon nanggaling yun. So while one is chanting this, one is freeing oneself sa mga unwanted baggages at the same time giving much room sa eternal love. So this Bhakti Yoga is forming not just the asana or the position. It is development ng eternal love or spiritual love. Kaya one will feel satisfied. Yan. So what we do is we chant this mantra in one bead. Tapos we move forward. And we move forward. One mantra and one bead. You want to try? We can chant for a few minutes.
Sige. Alright. Let's do it.
Ay, paano po pala?
Sige, find your comfortable position. No, sabay lang kayo sa akin. Sabay lang kayo sa akin.
Okay.
So, we are also inviting those who are watching us here in the stream and also in Facebook Live to chant and meditate with us. This is a practice a lot of monks are doing and practicing, even at this very moment in Himalayas and in other places. So this is the time to not think from our past and also not dwell in the future. It is a time to focus in the present because that is within our power. What we will do is chant the mantras clearly, so kailangan lumabas sa bibig natin. And we should focus on hearing. The mind, trust me, is like a river. Meron siyang 60 to 80,000 thoughts na datating kada araw. So notice the mind, kakawala siya. Pero if you're thinking, teka lang, na-pronounce ko ba? Teka lang, anong oras na? No, just release. Bring back the mind. Inhale again. Then focus on hearing and chanting. So, G na ba? G?
G.
Alright, let's go. Nahanap
So,
ko yung
ito muna,
background.
Very grounding po nung nung instructions.
Yeah. So, find your comfortable position and there might be, the mind will tell you ang itchy, ang uncomfortable. Just ignore the mind and focus on hearing. So it's not the plan, it's not the time to plan kung gagawin mo bukas. Just focus on hearing. And this is how you pronounce the names. Repeat after me. Hare,
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama.
Rama.
So it goes Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is one mantra. You want to chant with me?
All right. Let's go.
Okay, get the full experience by being present while we chant. If memorize nyo na, you could close your eyes and dive deep dun sa mantra.
Okay.
So we'll chant for a few minutes. Just chant with me, together with me. I'll guide with the Japa Mala. Inhale. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Bring back the mind. Inhale and focus on chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Ignore the mind and focus on chanting and be attentive with hearing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Now try to chant from the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Last one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Hare.
That's nice.
Inhale. And come back to earth.
Ganda. Ay, you know what? Iba yung feeling. After. Kahit na nalilito-lito ako. Yung...
Yes.
Yeah, iba. Iba yung feeling. Ang galing, nakakatuwa. So wow, dun sa mga viewers natin, please comment kung ano yung na-feel nyo when you did it as well. Super nakakatuwa. Medyo ano lang, no? Kahit na nalito-lito ako. Kasi iba yung may nag-ano kapag sa internet, no, nagsa-stop siya bigla kapag
May
may
lag, may
kasabay ka.
lag.
So, oo, may lag. Pero feeling ko yung kapag alone, parang ang sarap gawin kasi iba talaga yung feeling after. Nakakatuwa.
Mhm.
Wow.
And the mind, napapansin nyo kahit anong focus mo, kakawala talaga yung mind.
Mm.
Ang dami niyong gusto puntahan, di ba? Kasi hindi siya sanay. We're not used to silent the mind.
Mm.
So if one is using this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it could be a big help for us to be healthy sa mental state natin. Kasi we're controlling the mind. Sobrang ano yun, sobrang helpful. And what more if you're chanting for many minutes or an hour or two. So yeah, may mga nag-chant pala together with us sa Facebook.
That's so great. So nice. And then the way I speak, parang anginin ko na din. Parang feeling ko magiging kaboses ko na din. Hindi,
Kamusta
hindi ko
experience mo, Rian?
Ano po, kasi po nagme-meditate na rin po talaga ako. So, what I do, well, hindi ko alam kung ano sasabihin. Kasi ano po, sobrang na-relax and talagang nabalik ako sa present moment. Ganun. Kasi po, and then talaga po kapag nagme-meditate, wala na po akong naiisip eh. Parang, basta kung ano na lang yung practice. Ganun. Tapos and then super nakiklear talaga yung yung mind ko.
Super. Ako talaga, first time ko eh. This is my first time to do meditation, especially like this. Because whenever I hear someone say that they do meditation, parang sabi ko, parang ang hirap ako. Parang hindi ko kaya yung mag-sit still and then do nothing and then you say some mantra. Parang feeling ko very hard. Pero nakaka-relax ba talaga? Ganon. And right now, no, when we did it, patunay, oh my gosh, maganda. Ang ganda yung effect. Like, akala ko wala nangyayari sa akin. Pero after when I stop, iba yung feeling. Ganda. Very effective.
Yes.
Kakatuwa.
And yeah, I'm happy na you experience it. And actually, maraming gumagawa na ito. And aside from chanting sa beads, some, they use music meditation. May mga instruments. They call it kirtan. Yeah. I think si Willow Smith, may bagong album siya. Yeah. You can check. Yung daughter ni Will Smith, si Willow Smith, na may album siya in collaboration with Janavi Harrison. They made a meditation album using the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra din. So, ang ganda nun. Nakaka-relax and it clears the mind sa mga unwanted baggages na ito.
Wow. Nakakatuwa yung kirtan na yan. I'm actually searching right now.
Yeah.
Ay, tsura niya.
Kirtan with Will Smith. Ang ganda ng mga album na ginawa nila. Very relatable.
And then po kapag nag-meditate,
Yes.
Parang hindi lang po siya parang makaka-form ka rin ng new habit. Yeah. Then kapag tinuloy-tuloy mo siya, it will lead to you na kaya mo nang i-discipline kasi yung mind mo to anything. So kapag may gusto kang gawin, na sample, yung gaya pa yung sinabi niyo, maintenance sa hobbies, ganun. Parang inuna mo yung meditation, natuto ka magkaroon ng healthy habit, tapos nakakatulong pa siya sa overall health mo. And then dahil naka-form ka ng way of how to discipline yourself, kaya mo na rin siya i-bring sa kung ano yung mga daily na ginagawa. Parang ganun.
You said it perfectly and eloquently, Rian. Ang galing ni Rian, ha? Nakakatawa kung paano mo in-explain. Di ba? You're such in a mode of goodness. Parang yogi magsalita. Gustong-gusto ko, ang galing. And yes, totoo yun, sabi niya. It's a way to form not just, sabi nga nila, it takes 21 days daw to form a habit. Pero if you do it more than that, magiging part na ng buhay mo yun eh. And yeah, I'm inviting everyone to do this. Chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for 108 times a day. It will just take you 5 to 10 minutes. Say what, di ba? Ang dami nating in-spend ng time para mag-scroll sa phone. Invest that time to
Mm.
meditate, and it will affect your day significantly. We chant, that is one round. Yung 108 times na chanting, isang ikot sa
Mm.
beats. You call it one round. So as monks, we have a vow to chant minimum 16 rounds. So that would take us more or less 2 hours. As monks yun. The rest, you could practice one round per day every morning. And bakit sobrang mas madali yung chanting with mantras? Kasi you're meditating, your sense of touch is engaged, your hearing is engaged, your speech is engaged. So your mind is also focusing, it is engaged, rather than meditation on blank. And this is much more feeling na fulfilled because the mantra is so powerful and very spiritual. So ang ganda nun, ang ganda ng sabi ni Rian, if you have this daily maintenance, the rest of the day must clear. And yung mga nagka-chant every day, kapag they miss the chanting, they will feel incomplete. Kasi it's another level beyond ng sobriety na, uy, oo nga, no? I'm so entertained. I'm so just, ayan, may nag-chant na 108 times. Si Milk. Yeah, also an artist. Napaka-great artist niya si Milk. So parang in chanting every day will help us to get through yung mga nangyayari sa buhay natin. Much more in clarity and very sober. So yeah, you could try it. You don't need a requirement. Just sit still, only you and the mind. Parang ito yung para magbati kayong dalawa.
Nakakatuwa yung word na very sober. Kasi hindi lang naman kapag 'di ba, you have hangover or you have kasi yung very sober kasi nga 'di ba kanina like you said yung detox kasi minsan yung kinaaadikan natin sa social media, kinaaadikan natin na other things na minsan nalulose control na tayo, 'di ba? Sa time natin, sa mga things na dapat fino-focus natin. So, I like that term yung you become sober after yung meditation na
Yes.
yan. Mm-hmm.
Ang
Nakakatuwa.
dami kasing intoxicant, the power, the money, the internet. Di ba? If you're clear, sabi nga ni Rian, clear ng mind, it's another level of sobriety. Ang nakakatawa. I have this quote from my teacher. Ito yung baon-baon ko palagi. Could I share to you? Babasahin ko lang mabilis.
Yes. Sure.
So, hindi ko ito nakakalimutan kasi when I received this, kahit anong daanan ko sa buhay, mas, ito yung hinuhugot ko. He mentioned a quote. Sabi niya, we can't change the past. It's over and done with. No use to lament over things we've done or not done. Forget it. And since we have limited control over the future, we shouldn't dream too much about it either. We can make reasonable plans, but not plans so excessive that they suck out our life force. Act in times that are with thee means to focus on the present moment. That is within our power.
Wow. Ang ganda.
Yeah.
Parang gusto
Yung
ko
mind natin,
ano.
traveler din. They travel from the past and the future. Pero ang sarap niya i-bring sa present moment. Coach Anigrid Hariswamy, my teacher, yes. I'll send it to you.
Yes, please.
Yan. Send ko sa chat box natin para our friends could
Okay.
see. Yes, Rian, you're saying something?
Yung gaya po na sinabi niyo na traveler yung mind, ganun. Parang yun rin yung cause ng going back sa topic po natin, ng minsan yun yung cause ng mental health issues kasi nagdadwell ka sa something na wala naman talaga. Parang yun nandito lang kasi talaga yung present moment.
Sobrang totoo, sobrang totoo.
Ayan, ito lalagay ko na.
I'm so happy I did this with you.
Yeah, we are too. We are too super excited actually kasi this is unang-una bago for us and bago for the viewers, and it is something I think na kailangan ng tao kasi ang alam ng tao usually is yoga and they're afraid to do yoga kasi akala na, mawawalan ako ng balance. So, yeah, right now, nakakatuwa na yoga is not just doing the physical exercise, but yung meditation as well. And legit, guys, iba yung feeling after doing yoga. Tingnan mo naman, ang inhin ko na magsalita.
You're so
Diba?
immaculate, Karen.
Yeah. I'm so super thankful. Lagay ko po dito yung ay hindi siya kasha.
Yan na rin po
Never
kayang
mind.
quote natin, ate.
Oo, kasi hindi ko malagay. Hindi ko siya
Sige,
malagay
I'll send it to
sa...
you via...
Try
Sige,
ko
I'll
siya
send it to
i-copy
you.
now.
Wala siyang picture.
Meron. Sino?
Sa
Si
comment
Gert
section na lang.
Swami?
I mean, yung
Yung
logo,
quote.
yung quote. Hindi po siya malagay sa banner.
Comment
Meron
section.
akong... You want a text copy ba or
Yan.
naka-JPEG?
Sa comment. Just a moment.
Parang to flash po sana daw right now.
I have. I'll forward it to you. Yan, give me a sec.
Ito. Here you go. Ayan. We can't change the past. It's over and done with. No use to lament. Iba yung tunog pag sinasabi niya. Pag ako parang ang pangit pakinggan, pero kapag si Prabhu yung nagsalita, ang gandang pakinggan. Can you please read it one more time?
Sure. Yeah, I'm your servant. Yan. We can't change the past. It's over and done with. No use to lament over things we've done or not done. Forget it. And since we have limited control over the future, we shouldn't dream too much about it either. We can make reasonable plans, but not plans so excessive that they suck out our life force. Act in times that are witty means to focus on the present moment that is within our power. Kridhari Swami. Yes.
And this is, I think, something na very helpful for everyone to know, no? Yung to act within your power and not being too excessive. Right now, usong-uso yung word na minimalist, diba? And I think that's something na yung people kasi with social media, they tend to compare themselves with others. They tend to feel na minamaliit na nila yung sarili nila. So, what they do is they strive to do more and more. And somehow, yun yung nagiging problem, I guess, na nasa-stress sila dahil hindi nila ma-achieve. So, kaya very helpful yung term din na sinasabi na one step at a time. And yung sinasabi niya present on the sa present ka muna din mag-focus on what you can do. Kasi if you don't have the ability, di ba? Ang hirap mag-move forward. So right now, you just need to take baby steps to move through it. And wag masyadong pasakitan yung sarili natin na gawin nung hindi pa naman talaga natin magagawa. Darating din. So, only time can tell and only you can tell. Kasi, di ba, it's like a skill. Mamamotivate ka din na to build yung skills or the things that you need to go to that. Kasi, you're doing something. And that doing something, you're getting near that position na gusto natin. Nakakatuwa, no? How about you, Rian? Ano yung masasabi mo dun sa quote na yun?
Ano na nga po ulit? na po ako, natangay na ako nung sinasabi. Basahin ko lang po ulit. We can't change. Okay. Opo, yun nga. Parang okay. Tapos po, kasi po nasabi niya na yung yung ano na nga yan. Basta ito bago po to. Parang that the awareness alone na kaya mo baguhin. Basta wag kang mag-focus minsan sa present lang dapat, gano'n. Parang puwede mo siyang pagplanuhan pero wag kang mag-fix masyado sa plan na yun. Parang remain flexible lang and kaya mong palitan yan lagi basta yun nga, present moment and the awareness na kaya mo talaga and the belief rin sa sarili mo na kaya mo. Ayun.
Yes, you can and you will. Diba? Ang ganda. Very beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for that wonderful quote, Prabhu.
Yes. It's coming from my spiritual teacher. All the credits to him, and all the things that I'm doing now, coming from him. He's been doing this, kind of reaching out to youth, to other people, helping with mental health, finding their path, guiding them when they're lost. He's been doing it for almost 50 years, and also I was also guided by him. I'm also being guided by him. So yeah, all credits to my teacher and mga kasama ko monks here in the temple and around the world. I'm so grateful.
That's
And also, I'm grateful with you, Karen, and also si Rian. I gain new friends.
Yeah, yes, let's keep connected. Yun nga, ang ganda ng yoga, yung connection, no? Ang ganda. Wow, super, ang dami nating napag-usapan. Parang ayaw na namin huminto ni Rian eh.
Ito yata.
Yeah, kaso I think maybe in the future we can have like part 2 dito sa Your Voice of Reason and maybe we can like collaborate in future things. But before we end, do you want to plug something, Prabhu?
Sure. You could reach me sa aking Facebook account, Radhacaran Dasa, or the page Monk in the Middle. Same with Instagram, Monk in the Middle. Same with YouTube, Monk in the Middle. And soon sa Spotify. We have classes, meditation sessions, cooking classes, music meditation, and podcasts happening all day, all days of the week. Yeah.
Nakakatuwa.
So you can reach
Cooking
out.
classes. That's
Yes,
so good.
meron kami. Yeah. Every
Cooking
Monday
class.
night yon. Minsan may free takes. Pag nasa Manila ako, pinapadala ko yung mga food.
Sana nasa Manila ko. Ang swerte mo naman, Rian.
Or of course, pag nag-open yung ating village after this crazy pandemic, we will invite everyone. Everyone is invited.
That's right. And also, guys, malapit na po yung CVAP Batch 7. Wow. Batch 7, that's on May 8th. And it's going to be something awesome because after that before that, we will have a Voices Convention. It will be on May 7, which is also a voice acting day. So we hope everyone can join us and let's inspire and motivate each other, especially aspiring voice artists na ikaw na yata yun. Baka gusto mo maging voice artist, please join us on May 7. It's VoicesCon and it's going to be free for everyone. And also, before we leave, please remember the Reason Board. Use hashtag Reason Board and tell your friends or your family about how you miss them, how important they are to you. And just tag them on Facebook and give them a reason to smile. So use the hashtag Reason Board. So ayan na po. Napaka-thankful po, Prabhu. And also for Miss Carla or Marisa, thank you then for bringing Prabhu to us. And
Thank you, Miss Marisa.
Yes, super thankful. So, Rian?
Okay. So thank you so much po, Sir Prabhu, and it's time, unfortunately, kahit ayaw natin, it's time to bid goodbye. And thank you so much again kay Miss Marisa and sa lahat po ng nanood tonight. Thank you rin po sa buong Ivor team. Ate She, miss ka na namin. Kuya Josh and Kuya Nichols. Thank you so much. And Ate Karen, of course. Thank you.
Thank you din sa family members natin na nandyan to support us, especially my mom. She's always there in the comment section. Very thankful for everyone. I hope you keep in touch with Ivor, and there will be more inspiration and motivation to come your way. We hope that you had fun and learned a lot from us and our dear guests today. Spread the love and inspiration and be a blessing to others.
Join
So,
us again next week for more inspiration, motivation, and ideas here at Your Voice.
Your voice of
Your
reason.
Your Voice of Reason.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you so much
Wow.
po.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
great
Hare
day.
Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Your voice of reason. You are the reason.
Sa ngalan ng nag-iisang VoiceMaster of the Philippines, Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, this show is brought to you by Creative Voices Production,
CreativSounds Studios,
Voice from Home,
The Certified Voice Artist Program,
and the VoiceMaster channel.
We are your voice of reason.